Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Sharan here. Hope you had a great weekend, and following which we will see for a good last week of the June as well. Now hopefully we should be having a good week coming here. Now I'm going to talk about one important thing here. What happens when the market may open interest is equal, matlab there is a fight between both buyers and sellers, right? Now here if you see, there is no clear cut open interest at one side. Though there is 16,000 pay, there are good sellers, and 15,700 there are good buyers, right? Apart from that, between these 300 points, there are a good number of equivalently more or less equivalent kind of a puts and calls being written, right? What happens that time is that none of the players are ready to give up, right? Somebody has to give up, only then the prices will go. Either the put sellers have to give up or the call sellers have to give up. If that is not happening, what we will usually see is there is a kind of market moving in this direction, right? Which is nothing but a sideways range, right? At this point of time, after a gap up, in spite of a gap up, the prices ensured to stay in a flat range between 15,900 to 15,830 points. Right now, what are the possibilities, what can happen tomorrow, and everything we will see. Now first of all, this level I'm going to mark it, which is, I'm going to also mention it, don't worry, right? This is a resistance zone for me right now. Now I'll tell you why also. Just let's have a look, let's slightly behind, right? Let's have a slight behind here. Now this is the level where prices was not ready to go up, right? This point here, 1 2 3, right? These were the levels where the prices was not ready to go upside, right? So this zone becomes an important resistance for me right now, which is around 15,900, right? I will mention it. I'll not be able to write it again and again, so I'm just going to mention it clearly so that everybody knows. 15,900 is an important resistance zone. Now today that also confirmed, in spite of a gap up, right? You had this proper trend line setup, everything was perfect there. Look at this, you had a perfect trend line setup and everything came into existence. The price tried to push back, right? While it did not, it was a failure for buyers to take it higher. That means यहाँ पर काफी सारे strong sellers बैठे हुए हैं, right? 15,900 and 15,600. Now look at this, 15,900 and 16,000. There are good number of sellers sitting here. That is why we saw that the price was not able to go higher side. Now how do we take a trade? We will mark few more things, and then I have already marked my levels just in case if right. Now what are the possibilities? One is that there is a small kind of a channel formation that I can see right now, right? I'm not saying this will happen or it will continue in this way, but there is a possibility. Now how does a channel move? Basically it moves in this direction, right? Some slightly it will confuse, it will go up, it will come down, and then finally either upside or a downside fall, right? The possibility number one, right? Because of the slant momentum the price is showing, this is only because of that, okay? Nothing else. Now what else is there? Just hold on. Alright, what else is there? Now we have this zone, right, which was a very important zone for us, right? And yesterday's high also, which was a part of first 15 minutes candle, which eventually turns out to be a support or resistance for us. Now this zone, which is around 15,750 levels, is likely to act as a support for the coming days. I'm not saying it will, but it might, because there is a small gap as well between this and this zone today, right? There is a chance that price may come to fill this gap and then you have a momentum, right? So if that happens, this is where I will look for a price action. If there is a good strong price action, I will look forward to buying it. If suppose the price does not give me a strong support here or strong price action and gets into this zone becomes a no trading zone for me tomorrow, right? Now why? Because look at it, there is a multiple number of times the price has come into this zone, right? And whenever it is there, it only reacts in a kind of a sideways momentum, right? So if tomorrow if I get the price in this zone, something I will avoid it, or even if I want to trade, the quantity will be very low, right? Usually I trade with 3 to 5 quantities, right? Or maybe 7 quantities, 3, 5 or 7 quantities I trade. But if I'm not very confident, I may just put in one lot or something like that. This is how I do, right? Now what else is possible? We'll see. Now this zone between 15,850 to today's low of 15,800, approximate that level, might act as an kind of a, what you say, no trading zone for me. If the price opens in this zone, right, tomorrow, I will be slightly careful, okay, slightly careful, because there is a lot of action happening here. The candlesticks also tells us different story. So I'm going to wait here. If the price opens here and only it starts moving below this zone, that is when I'll be more confident to take a trade on the downside, on the shorter side, right? If the price opens in the same zone, okay, and halts, I'll be slightly taking a smaller risk reward trade, because my expectations, or I mean, the kind of momentum may not come here, because there is a resistance already here. So I would be slightly careful at this zone, right? If the price opens and starts moving, I may take a trade beyond this level of 15,850 levels, but with a cautious viewpoint. I'll be more confident if the price opens here and starts moving below today's low for a short term a short trades kili. This will be my other trade setups. Now what if the price opens straight away somewhere around this level, right? As I always tell, if there is a straight away gap up, gap down very far, right, like it happened today, right, 15,700 says straight away 15,900, right, straight away too far away, I would wait for some point to look at the price. Usually what I do is, if there is a price very far away opening, right, if suppose it opens here at this zone, right, I want a first swing, and only then I will look forward to entering above the high. This is what I do. So if I get something like that, I will look at it in a very far away gap up on gap downs. Otherwise I would be happy to sit quiet and look at the market and maybe trade on the next day, right? So these are my setups. Apart from this, this also, as I told you, this can act as a buying zone for me tomorrow. If suppose, and if it doesn't sustain and goes below it, I will not continue my trading there, right? So I'll just put it in demand zone, which is between 15,775 to 15,750 levels, right? So these are my trade levels for tomorrow. Now what if, Sharan, it opens straight away gap up more than 15,000 or 16,000? I would be very cautious, to be very honest. If the price opens around this resistance zone, right, or it somewhere opens around this zone, holds for some time and starts moving, I will look for 60 to 70 points around this level, which is 16,000 odd levels. I'll be, because 16,000 levels पे काफी सारे strong sellers हैं, right? So with this cautious, I'm slightly cautious tomorrow, because only primarily because if the price had opened here and slowly had tried to move, I would have been more confident. Now since there is a jerk up of prices at a higher level, I would be very cautious to trade tomorrow. All right, this is my way of trading. So if you are more confident, and if you can do according to your trading as well. All right, hopefully this works. And is there anything else I can see, or nothing? All right, so see you tomorrow. All right, bye bye, take care.